Hey guys, it's Frozenballz here, and welcome to a new episode of How Would You Change X, in which I look at various Warframes and their mechanics and go into detail about how I'd go about changing them to fit in better with the current iteration of the game. It's no hidden fact that there are many Warframes that have either kits that are either only partially utilized or they fall behind compared to many other options that exist since they don't do any of their roles well, or the alternatives are just a better choice to roll with. This series is aimed at opening lines of discussion with you guys to brainstorm ideas to improve those frames. Today's topic is Nezha. Nezha's frame concept is all about fire, spears, teleporting, and shields. From Firewalker creating blazing paths behind you as you run, the warding halo protecting you and your friends, and the chakram teleporting you to the point you throw it at, to divine spears impaling enemies like Vlad the Impaler and providing CC and damage potential. There's just something missing in the kit that would make Nezha more viable, and yes, I know there are many that love him. That does not change the fact that he could do with more of a buff. So let's just jump right into it. First off, I would like to suggest a new passive. Each heat block inflicted gives you and your allies 5% more damage, with allies being within 15 meters of you. For Firewalker, in addition to the current stuff, it also now increases your slide speed by 30% while also reducing the friction by 30%. The fire is spread from when you run, so promotes the idea of running everywhere by providing buffs that do just that. Slip and slide and set things ablaze. These values would be set at 30% each. For Blazing Chakram, you increase its speed by 3 times and it can be bounced off walls too. For the augment, and bear with me, I know some might find it controversial, but how about allowing the player to turn invisible for 10 seconds after teleporting? Warding Halo currently does not have enough time to soak up damage, so the first change for this is to increase its invulnerability state from 3 to 5 seconds. In addition, increase the stun range from 2 to 5 meters so enemies that get too close can get stunned as well, providing more survivability as well. The Safeguard augment can be changed so it has 50% effectiveness, but the durability is shared between allies in a 15 meters range, affected by range mods. One of the biggest problems Divine Spears has is enemies currently in an animation lock are not affected by the Spear CC. The first change, or rather fix, would be so that all enemies in range are affected by the CC and are damaged regardless of their state. Furthermore, enemies hit by Divine Spears are also hit by a heat proc that lasts until the duration of Divine Spears expires. Nezha is already all about heat, so let's add them to Divine Spears as well. You can change the augment for Divine Spears by giving you 50 base armor per enemy affected while reducing the damage of spears by 75%. The idea behind this is simple. Trade damage for CC and survivability. Fair trade in my opinion, no? Nezha is currently only really used for speedrunning missions or to provide AoE CC and some DPS. But the problem is that the frame is massively outshined by multiple frames in every department, so the changes suggested would help solidify its role and bring it up a notch. Divine Spears with the animation changes would make it more reliable to CC and DPS, and the heat procs not only provide more supplemental DPS, but also buff your teammates indirectly. The changes to the augment allow Nezha's tank potential to be brought to the forefront and can also help boost the ally survivability. Blazing Chakram changes and its new augment will allow Nezha to enhance its speedrunning abilities as well. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to comment below on the how, why, and or what you would change, and if you liked the video, please leave a like, or not if you didn't. Perhaps share it with friends so they can join in on the discussion and get some momentum rolling that DE may be interested in some of the ideas too. I'll see you in the next one.